Hey Leo, we're here for your weekly tarot love reading September 8th through to September 14th. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and of course for any of you lovely cross watchers dealing with a Leo romantically. Now please keep in mind, Leo, these are general readings, so may or may not resonate, which is totally okay. You are always welcome here on my channel to take what works and leave the rest. So we're gonna jump right into it today, my lovely lions. We're gonna see what could be coming towards you in love within the next week. Okay, first message coming out for Leo. You were the best thing in my life. Interesting. Now, this is spoken in the past tense. It's not saying you are the best thing in my life. It is saying you were the best thing in my life. So here's what I think, Leo. There's someone who's thinking about you this week. There's someone who's reminiscing about the good times. They're remembering what it was like when they were with you. So this is probably somebody where the two of you are separated, you're not together, but yet they're thinking about you a lot. And basically in hindsight, they're looking at it and they're like, you were basically the best thing that ever happened to me. So I think there's probably some regret that somebody is feeling about what happened with the connection between the two of you. Tell me more about what could be coming toward Leo this week. We need to let each other go. Interesting. I'm going to tell you what came to mind. Do you ever have this experience where you're talking to someone and they're telling you something and they're like, are they trying to convince me or are they trying to convince themselves? Because the message that came into my mind immediately when I pulled this was that there's someone here who's like trying to convince themselves that they need to let you go, but yet they're also stuck on the fact that you're the best thing that ever happened to them. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is them in their mind being like, I just need to forget it. I need to let go of Leo. I need to move on. But I feel like they're doing a poor job of convincing themselves of that. Tell me more, please, about what could be coming toward Leo. I want to tell you how I feel, right? Okay? So after trying to convince themselves that it's time to let you go, I think that this person has a realization that it's obviously not over, right? For them, they're looking at it, they're missing you, they know that you were the best thing that happened to them. And the interesting thing here is that it definitely looks like there could be some sort of outreach or some sort of communication coming towards you this week. It's almost like after thinking and reminiscing and ruminating about what happened between the two of you, your person is reaching the conclusion that they want to reach out to you and they want to tell you how they feel, right? And we know how they feel. We know that they feel you were the best thing that ever happened to them. So this could be a very interesting week, Leo, where you hear from somebody where the two of you are either not together, broken up, taking some space apart, whatever it is. And like they're realizing they actually want to come in and tell you how they feel, right? So here's what we're going to do for the rest of the reading. We're going to look more at this person and we're going to look more at you. So we're going to look at their overall energy, what they might be feeling this week, what they might be doing. I will look at the same thing for you and then we'll look at the potential outcome. So let's kind of dig into it. Tell me about this person who is here for Leo this week. Okay, first card coming out is the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands tends to indicate heaviness. It tells me that there is probably a lot that went on between the two of you. There's some emotional baggage in the connection, right? And I always say this to you guys, like if you were with somebody and the two of you are now not together, hello, so my little kitty cat. So if you were with somebody and the two of you are no longer together, obviously something happened to make that the case, right? So I do feel like the Ten of Wands is an indicator that there have been emotional baggage between the two of you essentially, right? And the thing is, it's weighing on your person. It's weighing on their mind as they think about what happened between the two of you. Hello, you got a little visit from Fiona today. Okay, tell me more about this person's energy, please. Oh, the Devil. Well, that's juicy, Leo. So the Devil card tends to represent something unhealthy and something toxic. So right away, I'm like, did your person do some toxic shit to basically mess things up between the two of you, right? And maybe that's what's weighing on their mind. They're looking at it and they're like, ooh, maybe I was the problem, okay? I was the one who did things that messed up the connection with Leo. And now, I mean, hopefully they're starting to recognize that and hopefully they're starting to take accountability because I do think it's weighing quite heavily on their mind with the Ten of Wands and the Devil beside each other. Okay, tell me more about this person's energy. Six of Swords. I think they regret walking away. I really do. I think that they walked away. I'm getting the message here that it kind of, come on, baby. It kind of felt like that was the easier thing to do in the moment. It was easier to walk away. It was easier to disconnect. It was easier to kind of I don't know, like it's almost like sometimes people walk away to get out of any sort of discomfort, anything that makes them feel anxious, anything that makes them feel not good. But then as soon as they get away from the emotional heaviness of whatever the situation is, essentially what happens is that's when the regret starts to come in. So I feel like your person, it's almost like they wanted to escape, right? It's like I think they pushed you away because they were maybe feeling overwhelmed with that 10 of Wands, and things were probably toxic between the two of you. They were doing some things to kind of mess up the connection, and then they pushed you away, and then that's when the regret started to come in. Okay, let's see what they could be feeling this week, please. The Strength card, Leo energy. So you could be dealing with another Leo. They still obviously have very strong feelings for you, Leo, okay? Those feelings have not disappeared. Those feelings have not gone away. There's still very, very strong feelings. And the Strength card can also represent a desire to want to overcome challenges. So I feel like your person is in a mindset right now where they're hoping the two of you can overcome the challenges between you. Tell me more about what they could be feeling this week, please. The Death card. Yeah, I mean, I think it's always a bit of a sticky situation when there's a breakup, when somebody walks away, because at this point they realize it could be over for good. Like there's no guarantee here that you're gonna come back. There's no guarantee that you're gonna take them back. And so your person's looking at it and it's like, do we have the strength to overcome this, or is this over? I don't think your person knows what's gonna happen here, obviously, because they're gonna have to see what you want. Tell me more about what they could be feeling. Wow, this is kind of wild, you guys. We've got the Strength card and the Sun showing up in your person's feelings. Both are very, very strong Leo energy, okay? So like I said, you could be dealing with a Leo or somebody who has heavy Leo elements within their chart, for example, right? But here's the thing. I think you made this person very, very happy, because the Sun card to me is like the happiest card within the tarot. And with the Death card and the Sun card beside each other, there's almost an energy here as well, where it's like your person wants to leave the past in the past. They're hoping that you guys can kind of close the door to that tough cycle that you went through and essentially have a new beginning here where the two of you can be together and be happy. I think your person also has a lot of really positive and happy memories that they associate with you, Leo, and that's why it's been really hard for them to let you go. Let's see what actions they could be taking this week. The Nine of Wands fighting for you. Nine of Wands shows up when somebody wants to fight for us, when they haven't given up. So I think you're gonna see this person taking action this week to show you that they're fighting for the connection. And as we talked about earlier, it does look like they're coming in because they want to tell you how they feel. Tell me what other actions they could be taking, please. The Eight of Cups. You know what came to mind immediately when I pulled this card? Walking away from the bad habits, walking away from the things that don't work. Now, the Eight of Cups, we've talked about this before, Leo. At a very basic level, it's a card about walking away from things that don't serve us. At a much more nuanced level, the Eight of Cups is about finding what's truly gonna make us happy. It tends to represent a person who has had a realization about what's gonna make them happy in their life. And I feel like that's what's happened here. It's like your person has got rid of all the external noise. They're looking at the connection between the two of you and they're realizing you are what they want, and they're ready to leave behind all the other stuff that doesn't matter. What other actions could they be taking this week, please? And then the Page of Wands. Yeah, I mean, they're reaching out, maybe even in a kind of fun, lighthearted way initially. So they might approach this where they reach out to you and they start by doing something lighthearted, right? Like they don't lead with a heavy conversation. It's a bit more of an energy of them testing the waters in a lighthearted way to see if they can initiate that contact between the two of you. And then if you happen to be receptive to that, that's where I think then they're gonna start to get a little bit deeper. And that's when you're gonna start to see them talking about how they feel, confessing their feelings, wanting to have a conversation. So very interesting. I feel strong energy here potentially of somebody reaching out to you this week because they realize you were the best thing that ever happened to them and they wanna see if there's still a chance. So let's look at you, Leo. What are you up to this week? Tell me about Leo's energy. I like that. First card coming out is the Queen of Pentacles. This is earth energy, but I feel like this is what you're embodying this week. Don't worry about the gender, it's the energy. So the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who knows their value, knows their worth, doesn't settle. They're very stable, they're very grounded. So that's the kind of vibe that you're bringing in this week, Leo. Tell me more, please, about Leo's energy. Two of Wands, yeah. I mean, the Two of Wands is about planning and preparation. It's about a choice in terms of the pathway that you take next. So obviously when you have a situation where somebody is coming in and they're offering you something, you're going to have to make a decision. Do I go for this? Do I not go for this? Does this feel aligned with what I want in my life right now or not? Tell me more about Leo's energy. Four of Swords, yeah. So essentially what I think is going to happen here, Leo, is that you're going to hear from this person and then you're going to think about what they're offering you. The Four of Swords is rest, it's relaxation, it's going quiet, it's taking some time for you to evaluate what you want to do here. And so I do think that if this person reaches out to confess their feelings, I think you're going to hear them out, but then there's going to be a period of time this week where you're going to kind of sit with that information. And then you're going to make a decision about what you ultimately want to do with that information. So don't be scared to give yourself a little bit of time and space this week, Leo, to really sit with your feelings and to figure out, like, what do I want to do here? What could Leo be feeling this week? We love that. Okay, so what are you feeling? King of Wands, which is literally your energy, Leo. Okay, so I'm really liking your energy because we're getting some very mature, awesome vibes for you. We had the Queen of Pentacles, now we have the King of Wands, which is your energy. It tells me that you're in a very mature headspace, okay? There's a confidence here. You know who you are, what you want, what you deserve, okay? You're stable, you're grounded. These are all really positive things in my opinion, because it tells me that with this situation, you're gonna make a decision that really truly feels right for you, you know? Like you're approaching this with a very mature, elevated perspective on the situation. So whatever you decide to do here, I think you're gonna make a decision that feels really good and really grounded for you. Tell me more, please, about what Leo could be feeling this week. Ace of Swords, wow. Okay, so the Ace of Swords is an aha moment, it's an epiphany, it's a breakthrough moment. So I do think you're getting clarity this week, right? Especially if your person is coming in and they're telling you how they feel. This to me is gonna be a breakthrough moment in the connection. Again, whether you decide to give it another chance or not, it's really up to you. But I do think you're gonna be getting a lot of clarity. I think your person is gonna be giving you some sort of significant explanation about their behavior and what happened. And it's going to help you see the situation as it is. I think that if you've been waiting for answers or wondering about something that happened with your person and you've been feeling like you were in the dark, I think you're going to be getting the answers that you were looking for. And then once you have those answers, you're going to be able to see the situation clearly and then make a decision about what you want to do. What else could Leo be feeling this week, please? Nine of Pentacles, good. Your energy is just really nice. I got to say, you guys, it's very confident. The Nine of Pentacles tends to be somebody who's self-sufficient, independent, secure in themselves. They do not settle. They have great boundaries. And again, it's like this theme that we're seeing for you where you're very elevated. You know who you are. You know what you want. You know your standards. I keep getting something about like standards and not settling. So if this person comes back, if you do not feel like they are meeting your standards, or if you feel that getting back together with them would be settling, I don't think you're going to go for it. But if you do feel like they meet your standards and they've grown and they've worked on things, like that could be a situation where you entertain it. Fiona's like super into you guys today. Hello, my little baby. Hello. She's like, hi, Leo. I'm here. I'm here. Okay. What are you doing, you little goofball? My goodness. Let's see here. Tell me what actions Leo could be taking this week, please. Queen of Wands, wow. This is what I'm saying, you guys. Your energy is like absolutely wild. So you have had both the King and the Queen of Wands showing up in your energy, just further confirming that, like what I want to say, Leo, is trust your heart and trust your gut. Like you know who you are, you know what you want, you know what's good for you. You don't need anybody here to tell you what to do. So with this person coming in and this person wanting to, oh my goodness, she's gonna knock over my light here. For this person coming towards you, I don't think you need anybody to tell you what to do here, right? I think you know. So just like trust yourself, right? You don't need me to tell you. You don't need a friend to tell you. Like look at the situation, listen to your heart, listen to your gut, listen to your mind, pull it all together. I think you probably have a good sense of what you want to do here. What other actions could Leo be taking? Three of Cups, okay? That's kind of funny given what I just said, because I was literally like, just trust yourself. And then the Three of Cups can sometimes be going to our friends, going to our family, getting advice. So that's kind of ironic because it's like a bit of a different message than what I just said. So I feel like there's part of you that's like, maybe I should ask my friends, you know, maybe you'll talk it through with some of your friends. But I just feel like I want to say, like intuitively, I feel like the message is you know what's best for you. You know what you want to do. So if you want to get other people's opinions and stuff, obviously that's your prerogative. But like at the end of the day, do what's right for you, right? Don't let other people influence your decision making. Like in your heart, do what feels best, right? I don't know why, but I feel like that was an important message. Maybe some of you are gonna feel a little bit pulled in different directions by other people's opinions this week, and that's what it is. It's just other people can have their opinions, but at the heart of it, you need to decide what you wanna do. What other actions could Leo be taking this week? Five of Wands, yeah. You're basically gonna have to clear up an internal conflict here, right? I do think when a situation like this happens, obviously it puts us in a position where we have to make a decision. So there might be part of you that's like, maybe I'd be interested in entertaining it. And maybe there's part of you that's like, no, I don't want to entertain it. So you're going to have to take action this week to kind of reconcile those parts of you that might be battling this out and figuring out what you want to do, right? Again, I reiterate what I said before, where it's like, give yourself the time and space to do that. So moment of truth here, Leo. Let's see what the potential outcome is within this situation, please. Okay, Five of Pentacles. I mean, this is a card that says you're probably not going to go for it, if I'm being honest, right? Five of Pentacles is feeling left out in the cold, feeling abandoned. It tends to indicate space and separation between people. This to me is a card that says reconciliation is probably not probably not likely. I can talk, you guys, on my channel. And I think the thing is, you know, your energy came through so strong, Leo. Like the big thing that I take away from your energy this week is almost like you've leveled up and you've elevated, okay? And the beautiful thing is that once we do that, we do not put ourselves in situations that are not what we deserve, right? And so with your person, we did see some pretty challenging stuff. Like the fact that they had the devil right away, Leo, I'm like, there was some toxic stuff that they were doing. And there were some unhealthy aspects that they were bringing into the relationship. I mean, sure, they regret it now and they miss you, but it doesn't change what happened. And so you might be looking at it and being like, great, like thanks for coming back, you know, thanks for the apology, but I don't think you're having like warm and fuzzy feelings. If anything, I feel like you're maybe feeling an emotional detachment, right? So this person might come in and it might actually make you realize that, yeah, I really don't have feelings for them anymore, you know? Sometimes that happens. It's like somebody comes back in and it's not about getting back together, but it's more for ourselves. We're like, oh yeah, I'm actually over that. Like they're coming in wanting to get back with you and you're having like no emotional reaction to it because you've moved on, right? So this could be a very interesting week where you do get outreach, but I feel like you've just leveled up. So I don't see you even entertaining this unless you see the potential, but it feels like you've moved on and some of you might already be with somebody new, right? But I don't know. I think this person messed up. I think they're gonna probably spend a lot of time kicking themselves, probably for years and years. That's a lesson for them to learn. In terms of the two of you getting back together, at least this week, I don't see you coming together. I see there continuing to be a disconnect. And it's probably because you've leveled up. You've leveled up, you're not settling. And as much as this person might try to be begging to get you back, it kind of seems like you're in a different headspace this week from what I can see in the tarot. So that's what I see for you guys. As always, take it or leave it if it fits for your circumstances. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated, do me a solid, give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And of course, I wish you love and happiness always, and we'll talk soon. Bye guys.